Have you ever wake up in the morning, look at your room, dishes in the sink, and the to-do list that never gets done? Instead of doing something about it, you decided to pick up your phone, scroll over the internet for hours endlessly. The truth is, many people or everyone will say you're lazy. But let me tell you something they won't say out loud. Might be this is not laziness. This might be depression. And your mind might be screaming for help.
Come bloom with me, let your spirit rise. We'll heal the hurt on Blinky'S Bloom.
Hello beautiful people, and welcome back once more to Blinky'S Bloom. And on this channel we talk about holistic health, healing and showing up for yourself mentally, physically and emotionally. Today's topic will be going into something personal, something deep, something we actually, especially as Africans, we never acknowledge. We don't even believe in it. I mean, what might look like laziness might just be depression. Your mind screaming for help. Your mind telling you you need a reset. And truth be told, our African families don't believe in this. I remember the day I told my husband I'm going through postpartum depression after giving birth to my second kid. I was alone. I didn't have help. I was supposed to do everything by myself. The sleepless nights, the feeling of not going to work, the feeling of not earning for yourself, everything just drowned down on me. And I was like not feeling about doing anything productive. My business just stood there. I didn't have the willpower to wake up every day and fight for my business and fight financially. Even physically, I wasn't able to fight physically. And at this moment, I told my husband that I'm going through depression. I'm going through postpartum depression. He laughed. He looked at me and laughed and told me, those are the names we give to situations that are just normal, that everybody faces in life. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just going through a phase where you've given birth and things have changed. You just need to accept that this is your life now. And he didn't really understand what I meant by depression. And always he'll wake up and tell me, you're letting your business fall. Why are you like this? Why are you not putting interest in your business? Because you don't want to take action every day. I told him, not because I don't want to take action. I'm even feeling depressed about the fact that I don't have the mental capacity to wake up every day and face my business. It's draining, it's killing me. But I don't know how to get over this feeling I'm having. And I didn't at that time even tell him it was depression. I just told him the feeling because I didn't really want to put it in the depression manner. But later on, I told him that, do you know what I was passing through that moment was depression? He said, no, it wasn't depression. It was just things that have changed in your life and you needed to accept it. I'm like, okay, he doesn't believe in depression. And not only him, many Africans don't believe in depression. They always like compare us to their moms or to their parents that were doing all the hard work, doing everything, and they never got depressed. There was no time in their life that they said they were depressed. And why is our generation, little things, little hard work, little stress in the mind, you start saying you're depressed? So he doesn't really believe in this philosophy of depression. And I get it, because we Africans were built to be strong. We Africans were built to withstand stress. We Africans were built not to even complain that you're stressing, not to even complain like you are feeling down. I know these are situations that happen a lot in life. Being depressed, being stressed is just a situation that comes up in your life, and it makes you not want to do anything about your life. It makes you stand still, not wanting to act on opportunities, not wanting you to take your daily life seriously, not wanting you to be productive. Yes, this is the stage where you tell yourself this is depression coming in. You are at that stage where nothing really matters. I remember my friend, she's from Russia. We met one day and we were discussing. She told me she's dating a black guy and she doesn't know. She just wanted to ask me. She just feels like this is weird. Like, is it that we Africans, we don't believe in depression or what? Because the other day she told her man she was depressed, and the response that the man gave her, she felt like she should just bust out and cry. I was like, oh, you don't know, you weren't informed. Yes, that's black for us. Black don't crack. We are the people who don't crack, both physically, mentally, emotionally, except for spiritually, we have been cracked. But physically, mentally, emotionally, we can't be cracked. Yes. So I get it and I understand where we come from and why we are built like this. Because if you're not strong mentally in this society, you are gone. I understand. But sometimes we should understand and start admitting that things like depression, postpartum depression exist. Let me tell you what hidden depression looks like. Hidden depression doesn't always look like crying or being sad. It might also just look like you being tired all the time and being burnt out, not wanting to do anything about yourself or your life. You just want to be left alone, but this is what is termed hidden depression. And this is not because you're lazy. No, it's because your brain is tired. You are burnt out at this moment. Not because you don't want to clean, not because you don't want to reply to those messages, not because you don't want to chase those dreams you really want to chase for yourself. You just see yourself not doing anything about it. You see yourself keep procrastinating, keep keeping the work to pile up and pile up and pile up. And you are at that moment where you don't want to do anything about it. You just watch it go down the drain day in, day out. This feeling just feels like your body and your mind just can't move. And you beat yourself up daily, asking yourself what is going on. You feel like, I'm just being lazy. I think I cannot do it. I think I'm just that person that cannot wake up and chase their dreams. Stop beating yourself up. You're not lazy. It's deeper than that. The truth is, in Africa, we don't validate depression. Like I said, depression is a myth. You say you're tired. They look at you and say, go and wash dishes, Joe. You say you're anxious. They say, what are you even thinking about? Go and pray. You say you're depressed. They look at you. They say, what can you be even depressed about? Are you the only one struggling? Yes, that's the feeling we get from everyone around us, telling us we should be strong. We shouldn't have these episodes. These episodes are not meant to be. They are just your mind tricking you to feel this way. We were raised to survive, not to feel. But that constant silence, that pressure to always be strong, that's where depression hides in. And that's how depression hides in our silence, in our shame, and in our fear of looking weak. Common phrases used when you're feeling this way and you want to complain, they'll tell you that's a white man thing. Why are you guys always bringing this white man thing into Africa? Now, here is something many people rarely talk about. Depression might not always come from trauma. It might come from unfulfilled dreams, waking up every day, not doing what you were born to do. The feeling that you have so much in you, but you're not putting it out there. You're not giving your best to your life, to your dreams, or what you were meant to do, comes with depression. No one talks about this. I don't know why. Every day you wake up, you don't take a step towards your dreams. You don't take actions towards your dreams. The tendency of you feeling depressed in future is very high. And no one will tell you this because no one wants to tell you the truth. You keep postponing your goals. You let ideas sit in your notebook for long years upon years. You watch people move forward. You watch people who had the same dreams with you, making it in life. And at that moment, it just dumps on you like, this is it. This is when depression sets in. This is when you start feeling like you are not worthy. This is when you start feeling lack of self-worth. This is when you start feeling depression setting in. And you feel stuck. Deep down, it starts to eat you. And at that moment, you start being bitter. You start hating people. You start isolating yourself. And you become angry with the world and everybody around you. Your bitterness and jealousy just keep screaming. That is the point where you need to start finding solutions on how to get better. That feeling when you know you're capable of more, but you didn't show up for your own life. And you want to tell me in Africa, people shouldn't feel depressed at this point. That's depression, baby. It's real. It's serious. And you should start taking it serious. Now, let's talk about the spiral from delay to depression. At this point, you stop believing in yourself. You stop showing up for yourself. And you tell yourself it's laziness. Maybe it's grief from the version of you that never showed up for once in your life. And many people never talk about this. Many people don't want to confront this. And that's why you always feel heavy all the time. You always feel like you're having the weight of the world on your shoulders. Baby, it's time to start taking it off. Let's talk about what to do about it. How do you avoid being depressed? How do you walk yourself towards that point where you don't want to be depressed anymore? First thing you have to do is first to stop calling it laziness. Ask yourself, what's the emotional feeling beneath you feeling this way? Ask yourself that question. Secondly, start doing and stop procrastinating. We are not saying you do all the to-do list. No, just do one thing a day that you have promised to do. Go to your to-do list, and if you're not feeling too good that day, look for the most easiest one you can tick off from that list and do it that day, so that your mind should feel at peace. When you have peace of mind, you feel productive. That is how you start overcoming that feeling. Thirdly, create motion, not pressure. Action heals. Fourth point, talk to someone, a friend, a family, or you can even start journaling, write down your ideas, see a therapy. It's gonna help a lot. Next point, reignite your vision. Pick one thing, start again. It's never too late. No matter how far you've gone, you can start again. You can start all over again and start dreaming again. So pick one thing, one vision you want to achieve and start all over again. Start putting things in place to achieve them. The moment you achieve things, you feel alive again. You feel you have purpose. You feel the joy of accomplishment. That is what you should do daily. So finally, you're not lazy. You are tired, you're overwhelmed, you're grieving the life you know you deserve. But there is good news about all this. The good news is, it's not too late. It's not too late to start again. Start with one little tiny thing today. One act of love to yourself. Because healing doesn't happen in big leaps. It happens in small, honest steps. And if this spoke to you, please go ahead, click the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and share with someone who needs the reminder to know that they are not alone and their battles are not too late to overcome. Remember, we are healing together, one video at a time.
We'll heal the hurt. We'll